Hello, and welcome to my Speed Ghost playthrough of Alcazar, Thief Gold fan mission by Schlock and Squadafroin, released in 2021. In this video, I'll play through the mission adhering to the regular Ghost rule set, while also trying to get the lowest time possible on my stat screen in the end. So this is not a speedrun by any means, I'm not using real time, and I'll also go for all the loot in the mission. Now, if I was truly going for the fastest time possible, I would just meet my loot goal and call it a day, but I'm a completionist, I want all the loot. Now, two warnings before I actually begin. Firstly, this mission is very recent. As of the moment of this recording, it's just 3 weeks old, and it was released as part of the contest that is still ongoing over at Through the Looking Glass forums. So if you haven't played it yet, or other contest missions for that matter, I urge you not to watch this. This mission is an amazing exploration-driven experience, and I don't want to ruin it for you, especially since I'll be showing all the various paths you can take around the mission and show you what areas connect to what. Secondly, speed ghosting means that I will be relying on quick loads quite a bit. I will reload a save not only when I get busted, but also if it's taking me too long to perform some action, or even if I manage to do something correctly, but think I could have been faster, I'm gonna try again. So, if relying on quick loads is something you don't like about the ghosted playstyle, just be advised, there could potentially be quite a lot of that here. So, that out of the way, let's get going. I gotta say, I love the premise of this mission. So we have this tavern called the Grateful Rest, and it has a grate in the courtyard through which you can see an old tomb, and apparently everybody's fine with that. Nobody cares. Well, Garrett decided there must be a way to get down there, so that's what we're gonna do. You can see Alcazar's resting place through a rusted grate in the tavern's courtyard. Find a way down there and steal whatever you can find. Find 2200 loot. That fat trader, Mossalt the Guildless, sometimes also called Morsalt, I'm just gonna call him the merchant, should be arriving at the tavern any minute now for his daily feast. There is no better time than the present to break into his home and steal his prized ruby. A tome of local lore alleges that Alcazar owned the gold-bound Book of Spells. Find this book and steal it. It can't be far from his crypt. You're a thief, not a murderer. Don't kill anyone. Once you have everything you came for, leave through the east gate. Okay, I'm gonna have to be really quick at the beginning here, so I won't talk. And I'll explain a few things after I've done what I need to do here. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into the position and grab the merchant's key before he even had a chance to see me. Pickpocketing neutral AIs can be really finicky in Thief, because even though they don't alert to you, if they see you or hear you, the game won't allow you to pick their pocket until they've sort of forgotten about you. Now, if you don't manage that, or if you just don't want to pick his key, that's not a problem at all. You can just climb this and hop over to his balcony there. I'm picking easy because I'm gonna use the door, and that's faster. Deliveries only. Now let's take a look at the map. So the map only shows the street layout, and most of the mission takes place underground, so the map won't be of much use to us down there. We started here in the Grateful Rest, and I took the first piece of loot, a silver nugget, in the building up here. It was worth 50, and right now I'm stationed here in the backyard, sort of Morsalt Manor. There are 4 ways to get underground, and I want to show you all of them. So, first one is found inside the manor. If you go down into the basement, you can open the grate and get into the mines here. In front of this structure with 2 windows. I'm not quite sure what it is. I guess it's sort of a warehouse on the 2nd floor. So it's gonna become relevant again. I have more to say about it. But I'm not gonna go down into the basement here because there is no loot to pick up. But let me show you the 2nd way underground. And here you can drop down into the canal and find an opening into a cave. Up here is a side cave, which I'll explore later. I'm gonna approach it from the mines. And through this cave with a dead berg, you can find a way into another section of the mines. That's actually where I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna go down that ladder and enter the mines that way. Right, let's continue with the run. Here's the vase, total 75. And here's the ruby. I don't want to make that clack. Oops. I'll do to save a single second. There. So if you manage to land sort of on the edge of a step, you don't make noise. So that ruby was one of our objectives and brings the loot total to 225. Let me show you a couple things up here. So here we have another copy of the merchant's key, if you don't want to pickpocket him. Lamp, oil, rope, bombs. Essential inventory for the independent merchant. Here is the balcony. And behind the painting here we have some loot and another book. Crimes and Righteous Punishment of the Red Rogue and Other Treacherous Villains by A. Simuth. I'm only interested in the loot, total 337. Now let's enter the tavern. And first let me show you what's down here. I'm not going here just yet, because the...
Wonder if I have time to stop for a snack.
No, Garrett, you don't. The cellar of the tavern is going to be my way back from the underground, so I'm gonna visit this place much later. But you can use it to get underground as well. Right here is your third way. Here's the chest with some loot, and I'm gonna grab it from the mines as well. And this leads here, again in front of this structure with 2 windows. And I'm gonna let you discover what's behind that grate on your own, in case you haven't yet. It's nothing pleasant, I can tell you that much. One coin stack there, and a tavern key, which I'll need much later. Another coin stack here, total 374. Now I'm gonna head into the factory. 3 pieces of loot here, and a silver nugget you can take through the bed. It's actually behind the bed, and a very well hidden golden nugget here, total 624. I've also taken 2 rope arrows. I'm actually gonna need 1, but no reason not to grab them both. I'm gonna use them underground. Another silver nugget there for a total of 649. This guy can be stuck here. Happens half the times I play this mission, nothing I can do about it. And that was our 4th way underground. Now let me check something. So that spider is still patrolling, but he has a very good chance of getting stuck. And depending on where he gets stuck, that's actually gonna affect my route. So I'm gonna check on him again later. Here is a door which we cannot open from this side, the button is missing, but I'm gonna show you how to open it from the other side. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go down into the water. So just check, nobody hears me splashing into the water here, so that's fine. So that's the side cave I talked about earlier. A very cool place. And we have 2 pieces of loot here. All 864. Now, I gotta check on that spider once again. So he's not here. Okay, he's down there. So that means I won't be grabbing this piece of loot from the mines. I'm gonna grab it later, when I get back to the tavern. But here is the other side of the door. And what you have to do here is shoot the button. I only have rope arrows, which is obviously the best choice to use on a button. And it opens the door, and once you go to the other side, this zombie actually gets up and starts patrolling. So I don't want that, so I'm not gonna do this. And you can go down this chute, and it's a dead end, but you can find a whole bunch of water arrows down there, and a room down there overlooks the ice caves. And once I'm in the ice caves, I'll show you that room from the other side. Shut up. So it's because that spider is where he is. Come on, Garrett. Garrett, cooperate. He didn't see me. Good. This lever lowers a rope, which you can use to get down, and I'll show you that place from the bottom as well. Right now I'm gonna head into the warehouses. Open the door with my incredibly long arm. Here's a warehouse key and 2 pieces of loot. Total 989. It's a good time to make a real save. And here is a rug and 2 coin stacks behind that partition. Can take through it, total 1149. is no reason to drop this key for Ghost, but no reason not to as well. Right, let me check something.
That can't go anywhere pleasant.
This guy, he's coming this way. So up here, you can rope up this wooden platform and go down into the furnace, where you can find some fire arrows if you want to go offensive in the upcoming area, which might not be the worst choice ever, but that's also a dead end. And I'll show you that furnace from the other side when I get to the next area. And I hear the spider patrolling again. I don't want to get stuck. Silver nugget, and this valve opens a grate with 2 more nuggets. Total 13, 19. And I'm gonna drop down here behind that zombie. Oh, he saw me. Well, I'm glad I made this real save. That was incredibly unfortunate. I didn't even have to close the grate, but I just like to do that. Let's try to be faster here. Good, you didn't see me this time.
That can't go anywhere pleasant.
Down here we have another silver nugget, level 1369, and we arrive in front of the centerpiece of the mission, Alcazar's manse. So first of all, down here is that mine shaft with the train tracks where you could have lowered the rope arrow, and you can go up this waterfall and go to the ice caves, but I'm gonna approach the ice caves from inside the manse. And let me just show you the ways you can go in. So you can rope up, and there is an open window. You can go in that way. You can drop down into this graveyard or take this staircase. They both lead to the first floor. And down here you can drop this skull to open the front door, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is take that broken window as my point of entry. Here's a throwable skull and the rug. Total 1419, and the skull opens this portcullis. Okay, let me explain this area. This can be tricky. So here we have the spellbook, our second objective, and this statue is just a regular statue for now, but once we take the book, it's gonna come alive. And it acts as an AI, and has a quite short patrol loop. So if I'm in the shadow here, he can't see me, but if I get too close to him, even if I get too close to him from behind, he's gonna notice me. He has some sort of proximity trigger, I believe. So I'm gonna have to use the hardcover here to sort of get around him. So let's see if I can do that. Gold candlestick and secret book, which opens this room. Total 1644. Let me be a little faster here. And the spellbook. Total 1794. I have to do this to get around him. So he saw me just now, but if I step out of the way, he doesn't see me. He just keeps patrolling as normal. Okay, good, so that's how you get past that statue. At least for Ghost. I'm not sure if it's supremable. It should be, because he doesn't give any alerts, just jitters like crazy. In here is a ring, 1894, and we can open. Terrible timing. Pieces of loot here, in the vase, till 2094, and now I'm gonna head into the ice caves. So here is that room which overlooks the ice caves I talked about earlier, and here is the water key. One of the two keys I'm gonna need to access the tomb. Incredibly good timing with the crayman turned around. Now he doesn't see me when I do that. Yeah, very good. So here's the vase. And two statues. Well, 2179 and a fire room. Now you enter here and you have two sets of doors and you have this button. But This one is actually kind of a trap, because it opens this door and it has nothing behind it but a fire elemental who's gonna blast you. Here is the button you need. It's very well hidden and it opens the door you actually need to take. There's that furnace I talked about earlier. It has a silver nugget, level 2229, and the fire key. So this button does nothing. Well, technically it opens this door as well, but there is no way to use it before the door is actually open. And I remember this jump being kind of difficult. Okay, good. Oh, that's not bad. That Haunt can station himself on these steps here, but he didn't do it this time, which is perfect for me. And now he did. Can I maybe wait until he doesn't? No, well, okay. Then I'm gonna wait. Bottle of wine and a goblet. Total 2304, and let me show you something. So here you can get into the attic. There is no loot here, but there is this skeleton spider, which is the cutest thing in this mission. Look at it. It's so cute. And it's friendly. It doesn't attack you. But I'm not gonna go here because there's nothing to pick up. I want to pick one of the hardest pieces of loot. A diamond in the rafters. Level 2404. And it's hard because it's hard to get down from the rafter. Now that apparition, he sometimes stations himself in front of that mural and sometimes he doesn't. So he doesn't do it right now. Which is not that bad. He can take a dagger, gold candlestick, and the silver nugget on the rafter. Total 2594. Okay, let me save here. So here's another gold nugget and a gold skull. So I have to talk about this. This gold skull is a piece of loot, which we can take, but it's also an AI. If it sees me, it's gonna start attacking me with firebolts, I believe. Yep. So that's a really weird piece of loot. For Ghost, you are not allowed to kill anyone, knock anybody out, or intentionally cause their suicides. But I'm not doing any of that to this skull, I'm just taking him, and I assume what happens is that Garrett tucks him in his metaphysical loot bag, and the skull just deactivates. So, after some discussion on the forums, in the Ghosting thread, we decided that it's okay to take for Ghost, but for Supreme you wouldn't be able to take him, because he was also acting as a light source, and removing light sources is not allowed for Supreme. And here we have some kind of torture room. If you enter it, those skulls will fly at you and harm you, or if you manage to dodge them, they will just make a lot of noise, so I don't recommend that. So, 2744. Let me check something here. Okay. Nobody around, that's perfect. So here we have a gold candlestick. I remember this being hard to climb. I might actually just use a rope arrow. And the jar. And the gold vase here. 2914. So here's a very obvious pressure plate, so don't step on that. Silver nugget, total 2934, and let me explain this area. So all the yellow plates are pressure plates, so don't step on them, the blue ones are safe. But that statue is kind of the same as the statue in the basement, the one with the spellbook. It's just a regular statue for now, but when we get close to it, it's gonna come alive, and the trick here is to round that corner before it has a chance to see me. Like that. See, you can see the change when it transforms into an actual AI. So, if you do everything correctly, it's not gonna see you and just gonna stand there. That's good. A canopic jar here, total 3009, and let's read this. Behold, for I am he, Alcazar, he who taught the enchantments of old lore to the sons of King Everos the Impaler. By the bane of my book mighty spells were made, and by the power of my runestone heals were formed. My 5 tearless knights shall fall on their swords, and my chaplain shall step into the pyre well adorned. For my house of death I summoned the creature from the blackest sea, and the demon from the fieriest underworld. And here I don't want to jump, because if you're lucky you can just get over here this way. It's very hard to jump over without making any noise. Let's close this door, and there we have it. Yeah, that apparition didn't see me. So here is what looks like a death pit, which you wouldn't want to go down into. The Abysm of Time. But actually, you wanna go down here, but you have to do it slowly, because it's very easy to fall down and take damage. But here is sort of a secret area. It has a nugget, a ring, and a very well hidden coin for a total of 3135 loot. And then you can just throw this statue and it teleports you right back. And now this is open. It's pretty cool. And now we're in Alcazar's tomb. Sir Hoseld of the Bear, Windorth the Bold, Padre Todder of the Owl, Bords the Flying Fist, Monmouth, Smith the Clear-Eyed. And over here is what we're here for. The runestone, a main objective, and 4 pieces of loot for a total of 3345. And this is the way back to the tavern. Very convenient. So let me just do it real quick. These crates are kind of a problem, because you can't squeeze past them, so you gotta move them out of the way. So what I'm gonna do is just drop them here, so the innkeeper will never see these crates again.
have time to stop for a snack.
Bottle of wine. And because that spider was stuck on his patrol in an unfortunate place, I have to approach this area from here and grab this piece of loot like that. 3425, that's all the loot in the mission. That was bad. I don't want to fly off the ladder. This. And actually, from the cellar, you can now see that you can see that abyss down there, which is creepy. How the hell is this place even in business? Well, anyway, now with the tavern key I picked upstairs, I can get back here and let's listen to a conversation and see what's new.
How's your day?
Can't complain. Ah,
Everything okay?
cold again. I hate cold breakfast.
It's hard, I know.
I saw you got back late.
There was this big mob of hammers, circled round some guy like wolves.
So you stayed and watched.
You couldn't lure me down there for any price.
And looks like someone left a bouquet for Alcazar. How nice.
There must be a way down.
Nice night.
Yeah, you're supposed to trigger that comment from Garrett before going down there. Well, anyway, let's just finish the mission.
How's your day?
Nice night.
So there we have it, mission complete. So this was a successful ghost of Alcazar in just 10 minutes and 18 seconds. We've taken all the loot, 3425, which also makes this run a successful perfect thief. Picked one pocket, that was the merchant's key, and the rest of the stats show nothing out of the ordinary. So I hope it was entertaining. I wanted to showcase speed ghosting at least once, but please do let me know if you enjoyed this, and maybe if you want to see more speed ghosting in the future. For now though, I'm gonna return to Supreme Ghost for the next run, so I'll see you guys then, and bye bye for now.